Hi, Sean with Fly Fire Ranch. On today's episode, I want to talk about practicing. Remember from previous videos that practice makes permanent. It doesn't make perfect, but it does make permanent. As we practice things, it becomes muscle memory, just becomes part of our routine. And the more we can do that when we're talking about using this particular tool for self-defense, the better off we'll be. So one of the things that we can do is dry fire practice. A lot of firearms allow you to dry fire. Check your owner's manual to make sure, but most semi-automatic pistols allow you to dry fire the gun. In revolvers, you might have to put a dummy round in or something like that to protect it, but most semi-automatics, manufacturers will say you can dry fire them. So what is dry firing? Dry firing is going through all of the fundamentals of pistol shooting, taking the shot, but there's no ammunition in your magazine or in your gun. And so you're just getting some trigger control is what you're trying to do. You're trying to get a nice firm grip, trigger control, watch the front sight, make sure it's not moving too much. Practicing that, whether drawing from a holster or just holding up and doing one shot after another. The first thing we want to do is, number one safe gun handling rule, make sure the gun is pointed in a safe direction. So I've identified that direction as my safe direction. I've also gone through and looked at my gun and the magazine to make sure that it's unloaded. I'll do it again. We've got a magazine that is unloaded and our firearm is unloaded. I've checked multiple times, multiple checks to make sure that we're good and safe. If I get interrupted, let's say my wife were to call me just now and I were to put this down and come back to it, I would double check it. All right, so I've checked this multiple times. We are safe. I'm going to put my magazine in my pocket. We're going to look again. We're safe. Okay, so today I'm going to practice dry firing in a safe direction. I'm going to go through all the fundamentals and I'm going to take the shot. So I'm just checking again because I chatted for a second. We are safe. We are good. I'm going to turn my safe direction and I'm going to practice drawing and firing. So I'm going to sit here. I'm going to wait for the bell. Bing. And I'm going to draw, aim, fire. Heard the click. I come back. Reset, extend, fire. What I'm looking for is movement in the gun. I'm looking to see if that front sight is moving too much. If it's moving when I'm pulling the trigger, I've just got bad trigger control and I need to just be more deliberate, more firm, get a better grip, make sure I'm not moving the front of that gun. Dry firing can help us get a good rhythm going, get a good habit going, get a good practice routine going so that when we go to the range, we're getting much better shots on target. Remember, point the gun in a safe direction, identify that, make sure the gun is unloaded, make sure the room you are in does not have that ammunition that you took out of your gun. Make sure it's in a different room and go through and practice that fundamental. I guarantee you, if you practice that for just a couple minutes a day, your shots on target at the range will be much better and you'll just be a better shooter overall.